did yesterday for those of us who joined us, but we're going to incorporate different nature imagery with movement, and we're going to make it all into dance. And if you're on Instagram right now and you're watching, let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet. You can turn it down a little bit. So if you can't hear the music at all, send me a little note on Instagram, or if it's too loud, send me a little note as well. Otherwise, I'll leave it as is, and I won't fiddle with it too much as we're working. So a couple things I want to say that as we get started today is that basically the whole point of this session is to spend this hour really practicing mindfulness through movement. So mindful movement is my main goal, main concern today. Shape, form, flexibility is not a goal for me today. It's just the practice of mindfulness. So paying attention to the present moment, paying attention in whatever space you're in, paying attention to what does the space you're in afford, what possibility, what opportunity does it afford, how can your body move in that space, and how can you move with your body, with your thoughts and your feelings and your movements and your physical sensations all at the same time. To me, that's a tough enough job. That's already a pretty serious undertaking, a pretty big goal, to be aware of what you're thinking, feeling, how your body's feeling, and to move all at the same time. There's a lot going on. So to me, I don't see a necessity to add any more goals to that, because it's already quite a lot. And we're just going to do different, very gentle exercises with movement and with dance that help us to approach that goal. And the goal is really to approach, to practice, to try, not to be really good at it, and certainly not to be perfect at it by any means. What we're going to work through today are a series of different exercises. They will build on one another, and we're really going to use a lot of image and using our imagination to tap into that image to help us move and to help us practice this idea of movement with mindful, non-judgmental, compassionate awareness of ourselves, our thoughts, feelings, and our body in the present moment. It maybe sounds simple, but it's actually quite a lot is going on in there. And so everything we do today, this is not anything that I've invented by any means. It's been taught to me, or I've trained in it. A lot of it obviously comes from dance and movement practice, and some of it comes from psychological research on mindfulness and performance psychology and dance psychology. So I'm kind of merging those things together in our practice session today. As we move today, maybe you're already noticing you're starting to move a little bit, just kind of warming up a little bit as I'm talking, which is great. Use your space, whether your space is big or small, use it in the way that it affords. But just keeping in mind with everything we do today, everything is an invitation, everything is a suggestion, it's a prompt. And the most important prompt is to practice that mindful awareness. How can you be present in the moment right now, in the body that you're in, with the sensations that you have, with the thoughts and emotions that you have. And so the movement can be very small. Maybe you're sitting down the whole time. Maybe you're lying down the whole time. The movement can be very large, very fast, very slow. It really is totally up to you. But the main important thing to remember, give yourself permission to move from curiosity. Be safe. Don't do anything for your body that does not feel good, that does not feel safe. If there's any pain, then please stop. Change things up. You can change the cues up as you need to, as I'm going through the different prompts and invitations. Modify in whatever way is helpful for you. So let's just start either sitting down or lying down. Pull up a chair for this. All right. So just really finding a comfortable seat wherever you're sitting, or a comfortable position to lie down in wherever you're lying down. Let's close our eyes. a few deep breaths, a couple of shoulder rolls, and then just allowing the shoulders to settle in place. Take the longest inhale of your day so far, and the longest exhale. And just listening to the music and sometimes to my voice, go ahead for about a minute. We'll just do a regular set of deep inhale, maybe inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. You can make it even longer if you wish, whatever is possible. Starting to listen and starting to imagine how the architecture of your body moves with each breath. Imagining how your rib cage might be moving, expanding and contracting with each inhale and exhale. Maybe you notice your eyelids flutter on the inhale, or your arms move up and down slightly. So continuing to breathe deeply, regular inhales and exhales for the next few more moments. Notice how your body feels. Notice the sounds of the music, other sounds in your space. Notice smells, noticing all this from a non-judgmental, curious perspective. Not evaluating, just noticing. Notice how different parts of the body move. How do the bones move with every breath, every inhale and exhale? What about the muscles that wrap those bones? What about things you might not be able to feel, to sense physically, but are real? The movement, the circulation of liquid, of blood in your whole body, through your veins, through your arteries. That movement continues as you inhale and exhale. Whether you feel it or not, it is there. Whether you pay attention to or not, your body is a living, breathing, constantly moving system, organism. So all we're going to do is bring some intention to the movement and improvise fun, curious, lighthearted dances in our hour together today. So friends who are watching, who are following along, who have injuries, chronic pain, or any physical limitations or disabilities, please tailor to whatever you need. Feel free to do the whole session sitting, standing, lying down on the ground, vary it up, switch it up, whatever you need to do. All your movements can be very small, very subtle, and then paying attention and skip any parts or any movements that hurt or that cause any problems physically. So for all the friends watching now where you're sitting or lying down, start to bring just a little bit of movement to each breath. Start to color every inhale and every exhale with movement. Coloring your inhale with a sense of taking things in, and the exhale with giving. Taking things in on an inhale, taking in the oxygen out of the room around you. exhaling to give it back. You can let sound come out as you do your inhales and exhales. Really allowing yourself to stretch, to expand. Being soft if you're not warm, if you haven't moved much together today. Being gentle and attentive to what your body needs. And then exaggerate even more. Play even a little bit more with this taking of an inhale, taking things in, and exhaling them out. Still sitting or lying down, whichever position you're in. If you feel like it, your movements can grow bigger, helping to warm up the body. But each movement is paired with an inhale and an exhale. My friends who feel well standing, walking around today, take off your socks if that's all right for you. Let an inhale bring you to standing. If there's a chair around you, move it out of your way. Make sure things in your physical space are not in a way where you can bump them or bump on them or hurt yourself in any way. Be mindful, use whatever space you have with awareness of safety. Let's just continue this practice standing for those who wish. And if you're sitting or lying down, then please feel free to do what you need. So bringing a sense of flow to your movement. But you only change the direction of the flow when you change your breath. So I inhale to allow this flow of my arms to move in this direction. And when I'm ready to exhale, then I change the direction of my movement. When the exhale is done, I take a micro pause again. And inhale into a new movement. Let's bring more attention to our lower body. Letting the arms just kind of float in a really relaxed way, while bringing extra attention to the legs, the feet, the toes. Changing from standing legs that are bent to legs that are bent straight. And you can do this, of course, as well, all sitting and lying down too. Bringing the attention to your legs. Just for how the gravity is affecting your legs will be different. Inhale through one movement, exhale through another. And for the friends who are happy standing, let's just come up into a wide standing position. Our feet are in parallel, in case you can't see my feet. Maybe I'll change that a little bit so my feet are a little bit easier to see. Here we are. So we're in standing, in a strong pose. Really digging your toes, the bottoms of your feet into the floor. Bringing small, subtle movements to this shape. Your arms can be anywhere. Your arms can be here. Your arms can be right above you, like this. Somewhere in the vicinity where your arms are allowing you to grow large and wide. Whatever vicinity feels good right now in the body. mind an image of a mountain. Maybe closing your eyes as I talk you through this image. Imagining that your body now, from the very toes to the very tips of your fingers, is that snow-capped mountain, shining brightly in beautiful, warm, yellow sunlight. Strong and stable, and covered with soft, fluffy snow. The kind of snow that is not too cold for the mountain. The kind of snow that protects it and coats it in this soft, fluffy blanket of snowflakes. And you as a living mountain, full of creatures and trees connected to tectonic plates that move, you can feel the snow, gentle, fluffy snow on your skin, on your mountain cap. And imagining that warm sunshine starting to melt the snow from the very top of your mountain. Can bring that image into movement, keeping the movement real small and subtle for now, very small. Just one snowflake melting at a time. Open your eyes, but with your mental gaze, stay with the image, and allow these little snowflakes to melt, bringing your arms down slowly and through movement. Allowing each snowflake one at a time to melt on your skin, to melt along the face of the mountain, to trickle down from the top of the mountain, from your head, your neck, all the way down. Imagine these little trickles of warm water as the melting snow travels down the mountain. Walk around yourself. Really send each trickle of this melting warm snow water, glacial water, down around you. Maybe you notice your movements, your gestures get bigger. My friends, sitting or standing, you can do this in any plane. If you're lying down, you can do it in that plane, whatever plane you want. But send the trickles of the snow all around, in every direction. Sending them downwards. Send them with your legs. Send them with your arms. Send them with your head. And come back to your default position, standing, sitting, lying down, whichever. Then just shake the rest of the snow off. Like you're a tree, a spring tree, and you're ready to bloom, you're ready to blossom. You're on a sunny day, blue skies, but you're just covered with a little bit of fluffy, fresh snow. You're just gonna shake it off. Shake it off so that you can bloom. You can jump around a little bit. If you have a large space, you can use your space. Whew, whew. Just shake it out. Let's come back to standing. Just allowing any movement you want to happen. let's check in with our breath. What's happened to the breath? Is your breath still long, luxurious, inhales and exhales like we were doing before? Or did it get a little bit shortened, a little bit shallow? That's okay. You can lengthen your breath as you need to, if you need to. Check in with our thoughts, check in with our emotions as we've been moving and paying attention in this particular way. What has happened to our thoughts? What has happened to our feelings? Maybe there's a lot there, maybe there's not much at the moment. After checking, just gently bring the focus back to the environment around you. The sounds you hear, the smells you can smell, and to how movement feels in your body. Check in with the sensations in the body, knowing and reminding yourself that whatever thoughts and emotions are arising, they have a right to exist, but you don't have to follow them or what they say. You can always bring the focus back gently to curiosity about movement. Get real curious. How does this arm really move? What is it really like? Wow, so many bones, and so many lines, and so many shades of color, so many textures. Wow. You can get really curious about sensations, especially things you can't see in the body. Sensations maybe underneath the back of your right knee. Maybe you create sensation there through movement, through stretching it. And so you're noticing with your inner eye, the inner eye that's paying attention, what are the sensations in the back of that right knee. So if you're getting really distracted by thoughts, plans, or feelings, you can always recenter by exaggerating, almost like, you can really fake it until you feel it, or until you don't feel it, whichever. A curiosity about the movement and how it feels to do this movement. You can also recenter yourself with breath, with lengthening those inhales, lengthening those exhales. Your breath is always available. Let's take a new image. Let's take an image of a river. And we're just going to try these different images on. We're just going to imagine and notice and be so curious about how does the body respond if you give it a task of being a river, of acting like a river. What if all the bones and skin and muscles became as fluid as water? Again, staying safe in your movement, my friends. Not asking more of your body than it can do, but just using imagination, trying this idea of moving the way a river would move. Using this image, whatever space you have, be mindful of your surroundings, please be. be careful. Draw that river movement with your body. So if I draw the river, starting from here, going all the way behind me, how would I draw it, and how would I draw the water going over rocks? And are they big rocks or small rocks? Are there plants in this river? You can draw it standing in place. You can draw it from the floor up to the ceiling. Whatever way you want. Just stay mindful and safe, my friends. And stay with the kind of movement that serves your body in this moment. Taking this image of the river and drawing it with movement. Imagine all the little nooks and crannies that the water gets into, among the rocks, or different things that might exist or swim in the river. Notice if there's a body part you're hesitant to use or you've forgotten about. I've been a little bit forgetting about my neck, but actually it exists, so that's kind of funny. And even other body parts are not very involved. The neck can help. The neck can help to draw. Just like anything else, just like an elbow can help to draw. Or an ear can help to draw. Or my left shoulder can help to draw. And the drawing could be really so very, very subtle. Find your curiosity, find your interest. My interest right now is in moving somewhat big, because I've been sitting all day. That doesn't mean it's your interest. Whatever curiosity you have about movement in the body right now, it is all valid. Keep working for a couple more moments, checking with your breath, checking if any body parts got sort of left behind or forgotten as you're trying to draw your river, and invite those body parts to participate very gently. Back to some kind of a neutral position again. Stand, sit, lie down. Do a little check-in, inner check-in. What was it like? Whew, how's the body feeling? What are the sensations? Doing a little mini body scan from the tips of the fingers, and look at your fingers if you want. With movement, check out how they're feeling. Checking out also the wrist, forearms, the muscles in your arms. Closing your eyes for a moment. Really checking out, how do the sensations change in the body as we try these different things. Checking out your feet, your calves. Let's invite some sensation just through very gentle self-touch. But just on the one side of the body only. Pick a side, doesn't matter, left or using your hand just to that one side. Give some light taps. side, starting with the foot, toes, gentle taps. Just like saying hello to the skin and waking it up. Gentle summer rain. So you can do your stomach only, just the one shoulder, one side only, and then the arm. So I'm doing the left arm, patting it. Gently with focus and sensation. If there's any areas of injury, then of course be very, very gentle, please, with touching it. And then I do the left side of my neck, left side of my head, left side of my face, and very quickly all the way down again to the arm, side, glute, hip, knee, calf, foot. One side only. One side only. Neutral stand, and just close your eyes for a moment. Notice the difference between two sides. Notice the physical sensation. In the side you touched and woke up a little bit with touch, and the side that did not yet receive. You might feel warm sensation. Just notice the contrast. And see from that noticing, move comes out from the side that you just tapped. Let's do the other side. Gentle tapping, whichever side you didn't do yet. Starting with your feet, toes, your whole leg. Gentle rain, gentle warm summer rain, giving both pressure and warmth. Just to the other side of the body, all the way up and down the arm, fingers, shoulder, and then again, quickly, just that same side. Lots of rain, lots of gentle summer rain. Whew. And let it go. Taking a deep inhale and a deep exhale. How do the two sides feel now? How do they compare? What physical sensations do you notice in your right forearm? Just practicing that gentle, mindful curiosity. There's a part of the body that really wants to move. Is there a part that feels really interesting in moving? And just let it move as it wants to. Let's come back to this idea of drawing something with movement. Imagine we're by that river again, but we're not the river this time. Imagine that right by the river, and keep moving as you hear me talk through all of this. Keep going gently with continued flow of movement. Imagine right by the river there's this really mossy bank. There's this shore covered in thick, soft, very luscious moss, bright kind of green and yellow color, and it's like this amazing natural carpet that from the outside looks like a green sponge, It's shining in the sunlight. And it gets some moisture from the river. So it's a little bit damp. It's a little bit soft. Imagine what the structure of the moss would look like. Is it a spongy kind of moss? I actually have moss here all over the place. I don't know where it is. I have this stuff. Yeah, it's kind of mossy, not too thick. But look at the texture. Look at all these textures. They're so cool. Think about these textures. Think about the shapes in the moss. And continuing to work on even breath in and out. Just draw this mossy carpet around you. If you're lying down, that's great. If you're lying down, this is a great way to draw the mossy carpet. Draw these little filaments. Draw the leaves that might get stuck in the moss. You can draw the little creatures that live inside the moss or on the ground below it. You can draw a root that the moss has draped itself over. And then coming to lying down or sitting, just imagine yourself sinking in. So maybe let's start actually from sitting on the floor. Keeping small and gentle movement in the body. Keep noticing if there's a part of the body you forget, that you leave behind, that you don't move. And then very slowly and gently, allowing yourself to sink in whatever shape feels okay to do. Totally you, up to you. Sinking into this luscious moss carpet. Feeling it with the skin and the muscles of your back. Really imagining the floor softening, but still supporting you. So it's a pleasant sinking feeling, but you don't sink too far. You just feel this warm, soft moss underneath you. And you move to kind of find a nice groove inside the moss for you to lie in that shapes your body just right. So you're making a little bed, making a little groove for yourself in the moss. You can close your eyes. Really imagine how would it smell. Those smells of earth, smells of mushrooms maybe, smells of grass. Really pay attention to the physical sensations in your back space, to the parts that are touching the ground. arms are relaxed and have a bend in your wrists and your elbows. And you're just getting so comfortable in this mossy carpet. You can feel it with your heels. You can press it with your toes. Come into either all fours or whatever position feels comfortable to get up from. Imagining pushing on this mossy carpet with your hands. And it's firm and yet very, very soft on the surface. And it's firm enough that you can gently push yourself up. With a long inhale, come to standing, if you're coming to standing. Or for my friends who want to remain sitting or lie down, that is totally cool. Let's do another little check-in with the breath as we continue to move. How's our breath now? Can we lengthen it? Can we deepen it a little bit more? Inhale for a little bit longer. Exhale for a little bit longer. And how about the sensations in the body? Is there anything new and different? Or is there something there that's been enduring, that's been there the whole time? And what are those sensations like?